She's pretty. I'm gonna claim her.
Thank you. Monique Barrios. Nice to meet you.
I'm Monique. What's your favorite movie?
Selena.
Beetlejuice, let's just say, for sure.
3 words. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Say it one more time.
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice. He's here.
I know this is gonna sound corny. It's cheesy, and I just watched it for like the 100th time. Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory. This is a great color on you. Craig, what's your favorite movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Casablanca.
Casablanca. And if you had to think about it, who is your favorite dead actor?
Bogart.
Wow. You have really good taste. And who is your favorite dead actor?
Oh, Lion King's voice.
James.
Earl Jones. Oh my, what a voice. Vader, R.I.P.
I never really thought
Betty
about
Murphy.
Brittany Murphy. Everybody loves her.
Dead actor. That's with Carrie Fisher?
Carrie Fisher. We've heard it here.
Gene Kelly.
Gene Kelly. Do the
Hey,
dance.
Singing in the Rain.
We're gonna tap dance.
Oh, my favorite movie? Maybe Coco?
Coco. I knew someone was gonna say Coco. Shooting at 9:30 a.m. Whose idea was this?
Okay,
Whose idea was this to shoot at 9:30 a.m.?
everyone in the world, this is a normal functioning time.
Torture for me.
This is an ideal time to work.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, who just learned that crudité is not the same thing as coup d'etat. That was a bad situation. Ben Jacob, woo! And this is my co-host, whose relationship is deader than a doornail, Monique Ramírez.
He said, do not resuscitate.
It should be doorknob, if I were to reroute it. And this is... Who's Dead from your favorite movie? Bring up your dead.
Let the seance begin.
Who's dead in the cask? And now they're in a casket.
Yeah, I think you meant who died in the cast.
Who had done died in the cast, and now they're in a casket.
You're really sitting in the back right now, talking and talking to the aunties right now in the back of the row of the funeral.
They're not always in a casket. Sometimes they're in like the mausoleum.
Well, or cremated.
Or they're on the boat that they light on fire and make all the children watch. Not traumatizing at all.
Is that an effigy?
Pyre? You're going to make a really good mom someday, by the way. I was thinking about that. I was like, you would still do that, and then you would get rid of the trauma 2 minutes later.
I would make them food right after, too.
Oh, well, I mean, that cures everything. Remember when Joan Rivers went on the Tonight Show, and like she hadn't been on for 28 years, and Jimmy Fallon was there, and she sprinkled her dead husband's ashes all over the set?
Well, I kept my dog's ashes underneath my bed.
That tracks, actually. My grandmother once dug up her dead parakeet that had been buried in the backyard for 6 weeks and then put it in my hand and made me hold it.
Okay, so yeah, we are the back row of the funeral.
Or sometimes like the line waiting to go into the bathroom at the reception.
When you're fixing your lipstick and you're like, ooh, look at what she's wearing.
I'm fixing your lipstick. Who was that actor that snorted a line of what they thought was something else, and it was like somebody's ashes? It was like their grandmother's ashes on their mantle.
What?
Did you hear that story?
No.
Was that one of my friends or something? Was that me? This is why I'm sober.
And we love movies.
We love movies. What would you say? Are old movies better?
You know what? I like that question. No.
Do you get that question a lot?
Well, because I've studied film, and then some people are saying, well, the new films are different, or they're just more, there's more special effects. And I don't necessarily think that old movies are better. I just think that they're wrapped in nostalgia.
Okay. By the way, Monique is in film school and university. She's an academic. So
That's right.
know your place.
That's why I have papers.
That's what she has
I need
papers.
papers.
And I'm using my phone, not sponsored.
Have you guessed my type A?
Some of my favorite movies. Do you like the point? Some of my favorite movies I saw for the first time in a movie theater. What's a movie theater?
Oh, wow. I'm afraid that some of the kiddos, that they're asking that question for real. One of my first jobs was at a movie theater, and it started my love for
yours would
movies.
be Monique watching the entire credits and someone going like this, Brittany. Oh, Brittany.
I watch all the credits, by the way.
She's
to
one of
the
those.
end. I wait for the lights to come up. The ushers are in the room. They're waiting for me. I say thank you.
I'm there for the end of the credits, but I'm more like, okay, let's go.
Because what was she doing in the movie?
What was she doing in the movie theater? Some of my favorite movies I watched in the theater when they came out.
Like what?
Debbie does Titanic. Debbie does Jurassic Park. Debbie does everything else that's blockbuster. 12 Monkeys. I saw that. And what was the one? Not The Notebook. It was something stupid, but I remember seeing it in the theater, and it meant so much more to me. And that's my thing. When I see him in the theater for the first time, I'm like, oh my God.
I love how you just said some movie that is my favorite. That's something stupid.
Something so stupid. So it's like a Notebook. You're like,
You were a
I'm
baby.
so embarrassed.
You were a baby when these came out. I am much older than you.
Yes, 109.
What? Yeah, I'm looking good. The Botox is working.
We'll get to the 109. So some of them I saw when I was in there, and then even some of my favorite movies now, like that I'm seeing for the first time, I'm watching on my iPhone in my bed while I'm waiting for my situationship to come over, and then he doesn't until 8 a.m. because his car is getting fixed, and that's because I gave him keys before we're even in a relationship. Situationship, his words, not mine. Gen Z. Yeah. So, what movie are we going to be talking about today, Ms. Monique?
The animated family classic,
Coco.
It's about Miguel who discovers his family history on Dia de los Muertos. It won 2 Academy Awards in
what?
2018.
In 2018 for what?
For Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song for Remember Me. Oh, isn't it so beautiful? It's sung in Spanish and in English.
Oh, it was like her one line.
And it broke tons of box office records.
It did.
Ooh, Ben has numbers.
I came with...
Oh, she's...
So according to Deadline, it strummed up 800.5 million. I've seen in other articles that it's been 107 million reported and more globally.
Wow.
It was one of Pixar's most successful.
That is some change.
That is
Wow.
some change and some chunk. You know what I mean?
Wow, people around the world, they like Mexicans.
And there's one more number that I have, Monique. I want to actually give you the box office mojo number.
Oh.
So this one goes a little bit over than that box office mojo says that it made.
Oh.
814,641,172. And most of those are your family.
That's just my cousins.
Hey, and I will say I'd never seen Coco until last week. I've been wanting to see it, but there's so many movies like that. You know,
And now you've seen it.
And now I've seen it probably 7 times within a week, and I would say it gets better in fact, we're literally watching it right now. It gets better every time. I love this scene when he's putting the stuff out of his ear and his skull. It gets better every time. I love it. I'm like a little kid when I watch this shit.
It's this movie. I watch this movie every year. Sometimes a couple times a year since it was released.
And
it
in rough
captures-
moments in your life, I've heard.
It captures the moment
Yeah.
of my cultural tradition in such a beautiful and just stunning way.
Like how?
I have fond memories of this movie. When I first saw it, I actually saw it at the 𝘍𝘳𝘳𝘳 Theater, the Disney Theater.
Capitán.
Yeah, I saw it opening weekend with my brother and my niece and nephew, his kids. There's only one death
in this movie, which I'm not like hoping for more, but it's an ever-evolving list, as you all know. The death is Ana Ofelia Murguía. How did I do?
Ana Ofelia Murguía.
Ana Ofelia Murguía.
Good job, Ben. Good. Always try. Being bilingual, I always appreciate when people who don't speak my language, they try.
I respect your pronouns.
Yeah.
So she died on December 31st, 2023 in Mexico.
And who was she?
Oh,
the film.
she played Mama Coco.
She was the voice of Mama Coco.
Mama Coco.
The titular. Oh,
The
God, that never comes
stolen
out
character. We will get to that. She also, we have no, I'm obsessed with this, you guys. If you ever saw my TikTok, we have no record of how she died. And I need to know if you find out. Everywhere we looked, no clue.
Tons of research, been ad nauseum.
Yes.
Ad nauseum.
And that is par for the course for her career and movies that were overlooked, underpaid, overshadows. It just kind of tracks that we don't even know.
Ben, tell us more about her.
Oh, okay. So Ofelia, Ana Ofelia Murguía was born on December 8th, 1933 in Mexico City, Distrito Federal.
Nice.
You like how I said federal?
That's the capital.
Okay. And Ana was in, according to Euronews, Ana was in 70 plays and 90 movies.
Wow.
Probably more.
Tell me more about what people might know about her.
Ana was in a couple of big movies. She was in Nobody Will Speak of Us When We're Dead. I think it's about a hooker.
I love that title. Should
Yeah.
we change our podcast to that title?
I know, right?
Oh, wait, it's about a dead hooker?
Oh, no, we don't want anybody's. Yeah, it's about a live hooker. There's probably murders in it. And I haven't seen it. I want to see it actually now. Queen of the Night.
Oh.
That's what your title is going to be when you're the master of ceremonies on the next Pride Parade in Palm Springs.
It's my title right now.
Queen of the Night. And then Like Water for Chocolate.
Oh, I love that movie. I love that book.
What? Chocolate? Water? If you had to choose.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Oh,
and
water makes the skin look good. So
chocolate water. Oh, I love Willy Wonka. Selma Hayek right now she's producing Like Water for Chocolate, the TV series, and no Anna would have been in it. No, she would have been in it.
yeah.
So this is a recent death. So
Ooh, you know what? We need to watch that because I wonder, maybe we'll see some like little
homages.
homages to
with
her
an H.
character.
Homage.
So
yeah.
what else? And then she was obviously in Coco.
And she was in Life
2017.
Sentence. It's a movie. Did not have a life sentence.
No, she did not.
To being underrepresented, yes, she did.
So she's won lots of awards and has been honored.
She
in
stole
many
that
ways.
one from me, remember? Latinas for America?
I saw the fight outside.
She won. She had the claws.
So tell us.
From the National Autonomous University of Mexico was the 𝘔𝘷𝘰𝘮 Medal for leaving an indelible mark on Mexican film and theater. And in her acceptance speech, she said, "Why me?" But probably "Porque me?" Spanish?
Maybe.
Maybe she
she's
said-
bilingual.
She is bilingual.
She does speak two languages, at least.
Bilinguals and bisexuals on this podcast. And she said she was exhausted by all of the recognition and plaudits from Mama Coco, the character. Do you know why?
Why?
I don't know. What would you think? Because her whole career, she's a little older. She was like not, she had like some success and some awards, but her whole career, she's like, this is the role.
The Mama Coco scenes are my favorite scenes in the whole film.
She was nominated for 15 Ariel Awards, including wins for Best Supporting Actress in 1979, 1986, and 1996. And then she was awarded the Golden Ariel Award, recognizing her contributions to, again, Mexica cinema history. She was historical.
Did you say Mexica?
Mexica America. I'm right.
That's kind of sexy. Okay, I'll take it. You can drop the N, that's fine.
And in her speech, she said, do you want to say it,
Tell
or
me.
do you want me to? Okay,
No,
I'll act it out.
I'm just gonna shake my shoulders while you say it.
Acting has been the passion of my life. I have never worked to collect an award. I have always loved this career, which I found by pure fluke. So as she's getting,
I love it.
Right?
I love the
she
drama.
found the career by. And I don't know too much of how she fell into it. That's what she's referring to. And she said, "I'm happy. I feel like a very lucky woman." I've made her into the Latina Meryl Streep. I don't know. She was very classy.
She's very classy and she's beautiful, so she's allowed.
And she didn't get too fucked at the end about awards.
The Mama Coco scenes are the most moving scenes in the
It's true.
entire movie for me.
It's true. Yeah, it is. It's very sad.
the-
And now she's dead.
What?
Don't mess up your makeup. We're cheating about. You are on camera, ma'am.
Well, I cry every time. I really do.
What's happening right now?
Coco makes me cry.
Stare at it.
I cry at all her scenes.
Do you want a Webby Award? Stare at this.
I cry.
Or a Streamy?
Oops.
They do Webbies.
So I cry when, in the movie when Hector's thinking about her, and it's a flashback to when he would sing "Remember Me" to his little baby girl,
that's
Coco.
cute.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, God, that
And
scene is
the-
dramatic.
It's the emotion within the film, but then I relate it to my own family.
It's true.
My dad plays guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just
I just played guitar.
questionable.
Yeah.
I think about that, and
Yeah.
it makes me cry every time. It's so
I
emotional.
love it. The saddest fact about Anna is that her agents dropped her when she died. Okay. I had to say,
And that's how we cleaned
we
that
couldn't
up.
find who her reps were either from the past. It overlooked, underpaid,
Underpaid. And what was
overwhelming.
Tell me one of your favorite scenes.
Obviously, is when Dante gets his little wings. He transforms into the 𝘍𝘍𝘰𝘮, and he drops, comes back up, and he's like, oh. That's my favorite.
Hey guys, he does a really good impression of Dante.
And that's because I've been the Dante in every situationship that I've been in.
Aha. Will you show us your Dante impression? So ridiculous.
When Mama Coco, when she sang at the end, it was the best coming out of a coma story I have ever seen.
Rip Van Winkle.
Rip Van Lichtenstein.
No.
Which is it?
No.
Not only do I get
Rip Van Winkle.
cliches wrong, I get the Rumpelstiltskin. Exactly.
So there's another notable death.
There is.
So she was not in the film per se. But
Was she or wasn't she?
Well, we are going to talk about María Salud Ramírez Caballero.
What was that third name?
Ramírez, like me. I have to see if we're related.
Cousin?
And she is the inspiration for the character of Mama Coco.
Is she?
Yes, so we'll get into that. So she's the inspiration of Mama Coco. She died October 16th,
Yep.
2022.
So, like right before Anna.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, they
right?
had died too far apart. And she
Her
died.
death killed Anna.
No.
Well, that would kill me.
No. You think she took her out? She's like, well, if I'm going,
I'm going.
I'm
you're going
taking the
too.
voice with me.
I mean, that happens with elephants.
You know what?
I'm not calling them.
Or you know what? Maybe it wasn't maybe it wasn't that with malintention. Maybe she's the girl, come on with.
Isn't it like
Yeah.
coupled grieving?
Yeah, maybe she
Grievery?
was she wanted to take a bestie with her.
Yeah, come on. I mean, listen, when you watch Coco, they having fun in that afterlife, so I ain't surprised.
She's like, girl, you a good time. Let's go.
What I say about Mama Coco is like, it's unfortunate she died so old because then she looks like that in the afterlife as opposed to like, some freak accident.
Listen. Aging is nice. Maybe she wanted to look like a senior. Hello.
There's upsides to everything. She gets let in line at the Seize the Moment Club.
She
first.
wanted to represent as a senior in the afterlife. Listen, she wants to be on the Golden Bachelorette Afterlife edition, maybe.
I will live till a very old age, and I do not want to be a senior in the afterlife. Mama, Maria.
So, she died October 16th, 2022, in Santa Fe de Laguna, in Michoacán, Mexico. So, Santa Fe de Laguna is her town.
Not Gay Laguna Beach, which
No.
is what I read.
So that's her town. Michoacán is a state. You guys, 109 years old. That means she was alive during the Mexican Revolution. Ooh. She was a baby. She
was like 10.
Año Pancho Villa. Like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
She was living history.
Yeah, because it was 1920-ish, and she was like 1913
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
For
that's
being that
crazy.
old. And she died in her hometown.
She
That
stayed
was
in
her
her whole time.
hometown.
Now tell me we couldn't find baby daddy.
Live.
I looked everywhere. She got 3 kids.
He
I
took
couldn't.
off. She lived her entire life there.
She did. Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing? And now here you are back in See Me. Full circle.
No.
Just kidding. No.
She dedicated her life to preserving the Budapecha traditions.
Budapecha.
She's Budapecha.
Pecha?
She did
Pecha.
pottery. Budapecha. I'm sorry.
Budapecha.
Budapecha. Oh, wow. Look at you,
I
Ben.
corrected because I read
Wow.
something.
She did
𝘠𝘰𝘶𝘳.
She did pottery. She
Okay.
was an artist.
Artisan.
Artisan.
Artisan, yes. Which preserves the Purépecha culture and traditions. That's what the pottery's function is.
You think she sold on Poshmark?
I mean, it should sell for... Listen, if I sold a real-life Mama Coco bowl,
Etsy.
you don't think... Etsy. We're starting a store. Please follow the link below.
You know, we're talking about the states. She's from Michoacan.
Michoacan.
So her town is in that state of
Yes.
Michoacan. And so maybe something that people don't know is in Mexico, all the states have their own folk dances.
Oh, you gotta show us.
So
do you know?
A lot of people know the colorful, the dances from where my family's from, Jalisco.
Okay.
Which is mariachi. That's where mariachi comes from. Oh. I know there's some argument, but
I
it's
love when that happens in a restaurant.
from... it is, I do too. You could get me out of bed if you say, mariachi's here, I'll be there. And so that is the big colorful dresses, right?
Oh.
But the different states have different outfits. And Michoacan
Yes.
has all kinds of different types of dances. I used to dance folklorico,
Okay.
as a lot of Mexican little girls do.
Yes.
And the truth is, I actually learned as an adult. So one of the
I learned
dances...
a lot of things as an adult. I still haven't gotten to adult stage, but I thought I did.
She's in pupa.
I'm in
she's
pupa.
She's in her
Pupa.
chrysalis stage.
Purépecha. What was the dance?
One of the dances that's my favorite, it's called La Danza de los Viejitos.
Viejitos.
It's called the Dance of the Little Old Men.
Do it. Do something.
So it's okay.
Get out of here. You got
okay.
that dress on. Show something.
Okay, you guys. So there's something really special about this dance. It's you have to be really. It's Dance of the Little Old Men, right? So you have to act like a little old man.
Okay.
But it's really athletic. It's one of the most athletic dances.
Why?
Because you're bent over, and it's like it's like you're carrying a cane. You're pretending you're carrying a cane, and your knees are bent.
Do you know how many
this whole
people want to
time.
see you bent over right now?
So you have a you have a full mask on and makeup, a hat. So and the whole outfit, it's loose.
Yeah.
You have a sarape, so you can't even tell if it's a man or a woman in the outfit. And there's several of us.
Welcome to America.
And it's kind of a play on the title
Yeah.
of it is kind of a play on actual dance because they're really active. And what it's saying is, don't underestimate the little viejitos. They got some.
You just can't do it.
The
How
little
do you do it?
people.
Just the little thing. Wait, the cane.
okay,
Just like
so
lean
all
forward.
right.
Here, do it.
All right,
Get
okay, let's see.
Get your viejito up.
Let me see if you can.
You just stand there and you show the stance.
Okay,
What is it?
all right. Okay, so you gotta you gotta bend over like this. You're holding the little
I'm
cane.
taking a picture of you.
So you're holding the little cane.
This is some bullshit.
Okay, so you get up. Okay, we'll move all this. All
Well, I
right.
gotta film this shit. Go.
Okay, so you get up and you're holding your little cane. You're like bent over.
Oh,
and you
hell
gotta
no.
pretend you're like a little old man, right?
Oh.
Right. But you're wearing huaraches, right? And
What did you call me?
You're the whole time. You're like you're like doing these little dances.
That's some good quad stuff.
And you're running around. You've got this mask on. You're doing all these this complicated choreography, running across the stage, and in between all the athletic moves, you're like holding up your cane.
I like that last one you
So
did. Thank you so much for
So that's from Michoacan.
That's amazing,
it's
actually.
super fun.
And you've done that dance before. We
Yes.
will find video of Monique doing something they love
performed-
Viejitos.
I've performed that dance before.
Oh, well.
Several
I've
times.
performed many dances before, but they were not particular
Well, I
to
was
the
in,
region.
I
Where did I
was-
get that word? I don't mean to take away from your culture. This is amazing.
I
love
was
this.
in a
get
folklorico dance group, so we would
Oh.
perform monthly.
Do you have a picture?
Oh, I do. I
Did
do
you have
have
a picture?
We'll show
We'll show you a
everyone
picture. We'll put it on our socials. Better follow us on Instagram. whosdeadpod. Okay. All right. I love this. Okay. And there was something else that you wanted to bring up.
So there's a huge thing I want to bring up. Girl, where's my coffee? Sit down. Hold up.
By the way, I said that last night. Not where's my coffee.
The tea is that there's controversy about her being the inspiration for Mama Coco. And let me tell you what. Okay.
Here we go.
I loved. Okay, let's settle down.
Did you see? She said she straightened up.
Y'all bet you-
She went to a double C. Like it's on.
Bednose, get your coffee. Hold up, because
Smelling salts, please.
I love this movie. I love Pixar movies.
Yeah.
I respect all the filmmakers.
People have died for Pixar.
However, the Pixar team has said that they put in lots of research. And they went down to Mexico, I think as early as 2011. And
Yeah, 2011.
2013.
They started
They
in
went for several years,
Yeah, it's
right?
like a 6-year thing.
And they claimed that they even lived there and that they went to different states in Mexico. They went to Guanajuato y Oaxaca. And they went to the different towns in Mexico. All the little small
They did
towns.
the dances. No,
They
I added
all-
that.
Maybe. They might have. Oh, you know what? My people
Hold
are,
that caballo.
You know what? My people
Is that the
are
right word?
very...
Caballero?
Cabay, hold your horses. Hold your horses. Hold your caballos.
Cabetas.
We're going to let Ben hold something else. So, no, my people are very welcoming.
Yes.
So I have no doubt that they showed him the dance,
Right.
all the different people dances, and we're like, you're doing it now. Your family.
I mean, he's drunk, so you might as well show him. But you have to have tequila when you're there. Come on.
It is like water.
Yeah.
So they said, so the Pixar team said that they
Uh-huh.
went down to the different states, interviewed all different kinds of people and families, took pictures of them to accurately portray the families.
Oh, so what you're saying is they spent a lot of time with a certain...
They spent a lot of time with a lot of different people. And one of those people was Doña María. And that's even confirmed by her granddaughter and several other people that were
Y'all,
there.
have you seen the side-by-sides of Doña María and Mama Coco?
Honey.
Have you seen the side-by-sides?
Like, exactly. I mean, I grew up going to Mexico every year. And there's people that, there's some similarities, but like...
Yeah.
Baby girl looks like baby girl.
Baby girl looks like baby
they
girl.
Look,
and she didn't even, at
and
a
what
certain point, they didn't care, right? Like,
what
she
I
didn't
mean-
care.
Well, what I mean, baby girl, is what I mean when she's an old lady. But so here's the
Yes.
thing. So it's all backed up by her granddaughter and other people that were there.
They're the ones that came.
That Doña María was interviewed.
Oh, yeah.
And that they took many pictures of her. And that's great. They were really... Doña María and everyone else was really,
It's great. It inspired the character, Mama Coco.
was really excited that they got to share culture with them.
Yes.
And her granddaughter states that Pixar talked about like royalties and some pay, that there would be
Yes.
some pay, something that would...
I don't know if they had it. There was 807 million at the box
They didn't have
office.
much to spare.
Just didn't have much to spare.
So this went on for many years, and her granddaughter said, nothing came of the money talk, and they kind of just...
They let it.
They thought they'd let that go. And the thing that chaps my hide is that Pixar's clearly, somebody dropped the ball there. Like, they thought they were going to go ahead and erase these humble, small-town people that this is clearly about. Mm-hmm. And they don't have these resources. They do. They have accessibility, but they knew that they could shut them out. Like, oh, great, keep erasing the Mexicans, right?
She ain't erased on my computer.
No. So then what happens was everyone's like, when Coco came out, it's clearly everyone could recognize it was Doña María.
Por supuesto.
So people were
Baby
saying,
Ana.
well, she's clearly the inspiration because you came. Cool.
Claro, sí.
And that was just fine. Just the acknowledgement was fine. But in 2018, the director, Lee
Which director?
Unkrich, said this.
Oh, I'll quote it.
What did he
This
say?
is not a true story. The character of Mama Coco was not based on any real person we met in our travels. And she sprang solely from our imagination. I believe him. No, she would cut me if I said that.
He sprang solely from his imagination of his non-Mexican
heritage.
But the co-director, Adriana
Molina.
is. But here's the thing. She could have.
She's going.
She could have. Yeah, I did. She could
She's
have.
going.
The character could have come from their. It did come from their imagination,
Except they
and
look
it's
exactly
beautiful.
the same.
Except they look exactly the same, and also, I didn't see the different families thanked, who inspired them to create these characters.
There ain't no receipts.
And further, why totally erase her? Like, he could have easily said, listen, we went to all these towns and we were inspired, and she was a big part. But, she's clearly a made-up character.
Devil's
Instead,
advocate.
he erased her.
Devil's advocate, and I mean, you could have credited them, but because had they done that with her, would they have had to do it with a bunch more people, and then a lot of people would come after that? I don't know.
Yes, and you know what?
Which is good.
Yes, because if that's true, then they should.
Here she goes. She dies, right?
Yeah, there are so many articles in Mexican and Latin media that are like, Well, and we're respectful. So they say, clearly it's inspired. She's clearly the inspiration. Here are the pictures. The Mexican media has reported. We're just going to go ahead and keep acknowledging her as the inspiration for Mama Coco.
Yeah, national treasure.
This is what I love. It's one thing if it was just Mexico.
The whole world's in allegiance.
The whole world is in allegiance.
Yes.
Doña Maria is clearly the inspiration. The different countries around the world, I've read in Brazil, like even the Irish. Ben's got it.
Irish Mirror reports the Secretary of Tourism for the Mexican state of
Michoacan.
Thank you. Robert Monroy took to Twitter to confirm her death and said she was a tireless role model. He wrote, I am deeply saddened by the passing of Doña María Salud Ramírez Caballero, Mama Coco, a tireless woman, an example of life, who was the inspiration for this beloved character who went around the world. So they didn't give up.
And she was really humble. We saw interviews with her, even in spite of all of this.
She danced. She got up.
Even in spite of being smacked in the face by Pixar executives.
Choritos.
He smacked the most beloved great-grandmother in the face.
They smacked Mama Coco.
Figuratively. She was still humble and still said she didn't want for anything, and she was just grateful.
She's just thirsty and hungry.
She was
She's
just
109.
She had nothing
What the hell
to
she
give.
Want?
She was just.
Was she gonna go travel around the world now?
People traveled
To her?
to her. People traveled from around the world to visit her, and so what's really great is that town has actually been able to see a lot of tourism.
I love that.
So there's always a bright side.
Where are we gonna go?
So thank you, actually, Lee. Actually, maybe this is a thank you. This is appreciation post.
Appreciation post.
That not only the film, right, because he was still the director, but because he didn't give her flowers, everyone, I think, came roaring in and wanted to acknowledge her more.
And anything about Adrian Molina?
Adrian Molina, the co-director.
Yeah, the co-director.
I really want to see more from him. Adrian,
We are inviting you.
would you please come on our podcast?
Would you please? I've already sent you a DM on Instagram.
We saw.
Don't worry, your husband has nothing to worry about. I'm not one of those.
We discovered that there is a short that he also worked on.
It was Dante's tale, a tale of.
What is it? Do you have that?
Yeah, I got it. It was Dante's Lunch, a short tale, TAIL.
That's adorable.
It's a Dante bowl.
I just heard his interviews and Adrian's interviews, and I can relate to him the way he relates to the characters and his inspiration. So
this is the journey of Mama Coco. Isn't it great? We have one death, but we had a lot of depth.
we did.
One death, a lot of depth.
Pause.
Well, thank you for entertaining us with our tale of two Latinas talking about Mama Coco and Coco, the movie. Monique, right before we go, I got to ask you, what's on your tombstone?
Exit stage left.
Do it.
Bye.
Oh, wait, you're getting the plug and then your dress.
Where's my, I need my mask and my little Danza de los Viejitos.
No, you need your cane. Aren't you going to ask me more?
What's on your tombstone?
I didn't do it.
I would go to your tombstone and be like, he lied.
Liar, mentiro.
Mentiroso. Mentiroso.
Yeah, Dia de los, God knows.
And he's covering his eyes.
And I'm covering my ass right now. And also follow us at whosdeadpod, all the socials, and comment. Ooh. Or you can DM us, send us a message, and let us know what movie you want us to do next.
Yes.
Because the movie is going to end up doing us. You see how it says? All the ancestors have been here the whole time. Once we start talking about the deaths, it's coming through. They're telling us about their life story. This is what our podcast is about.
That's right. We want to hear what inspires you.
Yeah.
And tell us what your ancestors like.
Wait. And there's movie sleuths. Do you know how there's web sleuths for true crime? We might have some movie sleuths.
And you know what? And to our movie sleuths, seriously, please, if any of you guys research and find out where and how either the Mama Cocos died, their actual cause of death, we would like to know.
Don't tell us what we got wrong, because we already know. No, you can. You will.
He doesn't want to know, but I'm still type A. I'm like, cross it out in red so I can get a gold star later.
They're always going to tell us anyway.
And
make sure you give us a 5-star review, because that keeps us alive.
And tell your mama how much you love us.
Tell your Mama Cocos how much you love us.
Yes. The stars are alive, even if they're dead.
Even if they're dead.
What's your favorite movie?
And stay not dead.
Bye.
This is me as Monique at Dia de Los Muertos. What's your favorite movie?
I'm terrible on the street. Don't send me to mic check. Don't give me the microphone. I mean, you can. I just won't get the audio right.
You give me any type of rod that's hard and solid, and I will make sure I use it
knows.
properly. Thank you so much. See you guys in the next one.
Bye.